Oh, hey, sorry, didn't see you over there, even though you're recording on purpose. It's great to be back, team. Sorry about my friends for the last couple of weeks. Terrible show, so I'm back to bring the energy, bring the morale. So let's kick it off.
Tonight on Kick-Off, we're going back to the future, or as some like to call it, the city of the future, Hamilton. It's a rerun of the 2011 Rugby World Cup opener. That's right, the All Blacks up against Tonga. Plus, we wind the clock back with some golden oldies. Carlos Spencer, Kevin Senio and Radiki Samoa will line up in a Legends match. And let's do the time warp again with a couple of leagueies. That's right, Ruben Wiki and Monty Beetham join the fun. And the Kick-Off challenge goes to Pukekohe Raceway. It's not quite a DeLorean, but it'll do. Let's go! And as always, surprises, dad jokes, and some questionable chat. Let's kick it off.
Good evening and welcome into the Kick-Off. We have such a fun show for you this evening. But first, it is just 2 weeks from the Rugby World Cup opener. That's the All Blacks taking on South Africa.
Yeah.
Who's excited? That'll be good.
You are too.
I'm a little bit excited. Izzy, you've been away. Where have you been?
Yeah, been in Noosa, sorry about 10.
Annual leave. He's only been on contract for what, a month? How do you recruit leave?
Put it in the
Do you
contract.
get
Yeah, you got to put it in the contract.
I
Kirsty.
don't.
Tell you. I've been Noosa, South Korea, so South Korea was awesome. Went to the DMZ zone, went with Colonel Don Jones from the New Zealand Defence Force. Got to sit in North Korea in this meeting room. It was pretty special.
Very special indeed.
special, yeah.
Well, you know what was
Junket.
very special for me over the weekend was, well, Bryn and I had a wee wager on the Bay of Plenty North Harbour game, and I'm crowing, obviously, because Bay of Plenty, what was the score again, Bryn?
I've actually forgotten. We're actually playing Waikato this week. So
Well,
Yeah,
we've
good,
got
Bryn.
the wager. You said that there was a bet going, so we've got a little something for you. And you've got to wear it during the show. We've got...
Lovely.
thank you,
Thank
Kirsty.
you. Thank
Fantastic.
Keep it
Good
on,
on you,
mate.
Mullies.
Looks
Good on
good,
you,
man.
mate.
Got to keep that on whole
Yeah.
show.
Whole show?
Whole show.
Time to embrace it.
Great
Beautiful.
game, Bay of Plenty. You played exceptional. Okay, well, there's other competitions going on amongst our team and amongst Sky as well. It's all about trick shots and who can do the very best trick shot. Here they are. And this is one attempt. One hit wonder.
Get out of here.
How happy.
Bang! Thanks to Fort Knox, Jim and Graylin. Oh, Bryn.
This is hard. This is so hard.
Oh, you're kidding, Dad.
The classic point.
This is good.
That's
Talk us through it, Millsy.
Mills, that's you.
You tired or?
Oh, mate. Too easy.
Hold on, were you looking in the mirror?
Is he
No,
down?
I wasn't.
Oh, long.
That's just bad. That's
It's only
just...
about 5
Nah,
metres.
it's Tom
Hold
Brady.
on, we need to listen to this. We need to listen. Listen.
So I was like, are you going to make it look like it was from back there?
Was this what he was like when he was playing?
Oh, mate, he's like 100%.
That's camera work. You got to work that in.
Just one thing on Millsies. I noticed your pool, mate. Your pool looked like your back lawn.
Well, hey, no.
That's horrific.
There's no way I'm going to get a pool boy around at my place, mate. What a boy. No way at all. So I've offered to clean it myself. I just haven't got round to it.
In all seriousness, no, you can send in your trick shots if you hashtag more sport and tag Sky Sport on Instagram, Facebook or Twitter. You can go into the draw to win a year's subscription to Sky Sport. So it's pretty awesome. Get involved with it and maybe do better than what these guys did. Joey didn't even have one.
Yeah, no, busy.
Really
They
busy.
call leave.
Time, yeah, you know. Some of us have to work. Some of
No
us have
annual
to
leave.
work.
No
Yeah, no
annual
annual leave, you know.
Okay, let's get into the rugby with your weekend. Lots of domestic rugby coming up in the Mitre Cup and the Farah Palmer Cup as well. Here it is, first game kicking off tomorrow night. Hawke's Bay up against Southland from 5:45. It's the early game, and then after that, Counties Manukau up against the
Go on,
unbeaten
Tassie.
Tasman,
Yes.
who are sailing at the moment. North Harbour up against Waikato. That's at 5:05 on Saturday after the All Blacks match, of course, and the mighty Bay of Plenty. God, they're going well up against Wellington and CJ. Good luck for that one. All I can say. Auckland up against Canterbury. That is Sunday, followed by Otago taking on Taranaki for the Ranfurly Shield. There's also Farah Palmer Cup matches, 3 live televised matches. Week 2 for the Premiership, Week 1 for the Championship. Counties against Manawatu, Auckland, Canterbury, that's a cracker, and Otago taking on Taranaki. Well, another massive challenge is going to be the curtain raiser to the All Blacks match. It is the Barbarains, the New Zealand Barbarains legends taking on the Pacific legends. Here it is. We are live on Saturday from 12 p.m. midday, Sky Sport 1. For the first time ever, more than 50 former players from all different generations, including 11 All Blacks, are taking the field. And I want to know, Mills, why you're not playing?
Wow.
I've been told that you were cleared from work, so you were allowed to.
Hey, we're going to see some players that are playing some of the things that they've done, and I'm not that silly. I'm not putting myself out there to get smashed.
Kirsty, more importantly, Izzy Dagg's still on the NZRU books. He should be bloody playing.
He should be.
He should be playing, making the game great, mate.
Nah, Corey Flynn actually missed me. I can't run, bud. I did one training in South Korea and my knee was bugging.
You don't have to run when you play prop, mate.
Is that how
It's all for a fantastic cause, though, raising awareness for obesity and diabetes in our community. My Body, My Future campaign. It is awesome. But we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. There are some ridiculous players and names playing. First of all, who has the best physique? And we've pulled out some vision of these guys. Monty Beaton, he's playing.
Wow.
He's playing.
Holy.
Ruben Wiki, Carlos Spencer, guys like this.
Oh,
Come on.
that's not real. That's not real.
That's Ken. That's Ken the Barbie doll, surely.
Is this artificial intelligence or Terminator stuff?
I'm pissed off. No, that's not right. Yeah, no.
I'm just going to walk on over and I'm just going to compare myself to these guys because,
Whoa!
Stand next to
well,
Carlos.
here they are, aren't they? Here they are. Look at them.
Loss has got
Who
good
has
lighting.
the better body?
Yeah, well,
He's got good
Joey,
lighting.
this is you look a bit like.
well, in all honesty...
Who are you closest to?
Come on, bud.
Give us a look.
Now, in all honesty, we were talking about this off here. I can't... I'm speaking for myself here. Now, I've never, ever looked anything close to that going back to, like, 17 years of age. It's unbelievable.
Well, we're taking it back
Sickening.
to the Blues Mills, and I mean, you were involved in most of these plays.
I was down near the post admiring this. I was like, wow, there's no way I'm going
Did he have a body like that when he was playing?
He did.
He did?
Wow. And stuff like that too. I mean, he was awesome. He just sort of... He was on his own sort of page, really, to be totally honest. You know, call a move and all of a sudden, magic.
This is the Magic Men, though. We're talking about the magicians, the greatest showman. Who was it? Tamasi Thama or Carlos Spencer? It's all about the tricks and the wizardry.
Tamasi Thama was unbelievable for the years that he was there. I know you played with him, Dag, but me growing up and watching him, just the amount of dummies and putting people into space and then making them look silly. It's going to be great to see him on the weekend. I can't wait to see him.
Do you think these guys are going to be able to replicate some of these skills? I mean, is there going to be flick passes out the back through the legs? I mean, what's going to
It'll be a
happen?
pretty erratic game. I think they'll get out there to have some fun, throw some offloads. So bring your popcorn. It's going to be a bit of a show, I reckon.
Yeah, Mills?
Get in there, Mills.
What do you reckon Hawaii's going to do, eh? Couple of
I hear that the team lists aren't exactly finalised, so maybe there's a few additions to be made.
Well, it's not come on. They're going anywhere near that. They're crazy.
This may be the reason why, because there are some men out there that are just ferocious when it comes to shoulder charges and tackles.
Lord. Yeah, that's sickening. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Holy. Yeah.
The biggest hits. Who put on the biggest?
Yeah.
Is that no mix?
No.
That was... Who was that on?
That was against... I was playing in that game and he lined up Jared Huata, Filippo Levy, and then Ho was just chasing it the whole game. Elbows and all sorts, trying to get the big man.
These guys, the most competitive bunch around. Add Corey Jane into that mix and it is lethal. But, well, the Supercars are heading to Pukekohe for the Super Sprints next weekend, the ITM Super Sprint. So we sent our guys out to get their competitive juices flowing and hit the track.
Hey, we're at Pukekohe Raceway, about to do the kick-off challenge as part of the Supercar launch. Unfortunately, Kirsty, she doesn't have a licence, nor does Izzy. In fact, Kirsty's still filling up her... She's got a hop card, right?
That's it.
These two guys have both got their licence, along with myself. We're going to go and try out this Holden.
I'm that nervous.
Yeah, bro.
I'm that nervous.
That's the truth. How nervous were you sitting in those seats?
Oh, mate, I just about went back to that track right then, Millsy.
I know, I was chasing him.
Jeez, I need a towel to cool down.
Well, thanks very much to Pukekohe Raceway for having the team out there. But I suppose you guys want to know who actually won. These guys don't actually know who won. So let's bring up a points table now. Because, I mean, it's all about the winner, isn't it?
No! Was that right?
Point one!
Yes!
Point one!
Is that actually serious?
Yes!
Is that serious?
Hold on. Who's Stephen McIver, DNF.
Yeah.
Bryn Hall, DNF, did not finish,
Yep.
did not start.
Yep.
Did not start.
KK, thanks,
Mills,
mate.
you were in
Thanks,
third
KK.
place. Joey first.
Thank you. I just want to say, I just like to thank the people of Blenheim for my... the Blenheim bogan really came out of me there, and that's what got me over the line. But I did have a talk to the Holden guys, and they said if I won, I get Millsy's Holden ambassadorship.
Hold on a minute. I think there might have been some cheating going on. We have a wee video of you coercing the pro driver. Let's just have a quick listen to this. Let's have a listen.
Now, just don't give those other boys that kind of instruction. Okay, make sure you just keep it. You know, slow off a bit here, slow off a bit here. Don't foot down. I really want to win. Youngest in the crew, so I can't be. You know, like it's not a good look if the oldest wins.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. No,
It would be good for the show, just for content. You know, content purposes, obviously.
Explain yourself.
Did you earn a bogan, Joey?
Oh, that's mine, a bogan, mate. You know, do anything for a win. You know? Pink slips are on the line, and a Holden ambassadorship was on the line then. You know?
Millsy's got it.
I'm going home in a brand new Colorado.
I'm used to driving
Audi.
Oh, where are those? Give me those Colorado keys.
We're going to go back to the rugby now and your weekend of internationals. Lots of internationals on. Of course, we are still counting down to Japan, Tokyo 2019. England taking on Italy. That's on Saturday. New Zealand Barbarians up against the Pacific Legends. That's the pre-match to the All Blacks against Tonga, where there is commentary in English and Tongan and in Te Reo Māori as well. They'll be live from, well, 1:30 actually. And also coming up, Australia against Samoa. That will be a good game. David Pocock is back in the mix, and Samoa have upset Australia from time to time. Ireland up against Wales as well. All Blacks up against Ikeli Tahi Tonga, who they've played 5 times. The All Blacks have come out on top every single time. But let's take a look at Steve Hansen's team list. He wanted to put out his best possible side, but there have been a few niggles. Nothing to worry about, but you will not see the names of Sam Cane, Rieko Ioane, Sonny Bill Williams, Jack Goodhue, Richie Mo'unga or Dane Coles up there. They all have slight niggles, but we'll be back for the big one. South Africa on the 21st of September. Here we go. At hooker, Cody Taylor, he's in, and Matt Todd slides in at number 7. Good?
Yeah, good move. He obviously deserves that. But who I'm looking to see going around is Paddy Tuipulotu. Produced that form that he did in that last.
Yep. In jersey number 10 in the backs, you've got Beauden Barrett, no Richie Mo'unga, of course, and Ryan Crotty slots in there. And on the bench, Liam Coltwin will get a bit more game time for the All Blacks. Scott Barrett, he's back from suspension, and Josh Ioane is set to make his debut, hopefully.
I think he will.
I hope he gets on.
Yeah. You think he will? OK, well, we'll talk about him a little bit later on. But first, we're going to talk about the men in red. We're going to talk about Tonga because there's an awesome story with one of their hookers, Mills, who just a month ago was nailing roofs in Christchurch. And now he's being called up to Tonga and to play against the All Blacks. I mean, this must be an amazing moment for the man, Siua Mailia.
Oh, fantastic, isn't it? And to play against the All Blacks, who are, World Cup winning champions, I mean, to be able to get out there after nailing, roofs? Did you say?
He was a roofer in Christchurch.
1 week, and you're out there battling it against the best in the world. So, what a fantastic story. Looking forward to seeing how he goes. Playing
out of position. Just a few years ago, he was playing in the loose forwards. Now he's moved to hooker. Playing for the Shirley club in Christchurch, though, who have had a really good season, is he?
Yeah, they had a good season. They were a struggling club for the last couple of years. They got recruited really well, and obviously I think they made top 4 this year. But, yeah, what a story. He'll be really enjoying this week. It's a hell of a week against the All Blacks, embracing Hamilton, where I reckon about 20,000 Tongans are going to turn up on the street.
There'll be a lot of
They'll be climbing the bloody traffic lights lights and everything like that. So it'll be awesome. What an occasion.
So Radio New Zealand did a story with this guy. It's really awesome. So he had a baby just a few weeks ago. He got married just a few months ago. And now he's about to make his Rugby World Cup. I mean, everything's happening quickly, isn't it? Good things come in threes.
Oh, it does, mate. How good would it be if we saw that Tongan influence like we did at the Rugby League World Cup turn up to Hamilton on the weekend to get behind their boys? Well, it will be an awesome occasion, and especially for that young fellow making his debut against the All Blacks. Awesome.
Yeah, it will be. OK, well, let's talk about the All Blacks now. We've mentioned him, Ryan Crotty. He is back in the number 12 jersey. First appearance for the All Blacks this season, but it was very good for Canterbury last weekend.
Yeah, obviously scored 2 tries and got a good 40 minutes into him. So, look, I thought he was outstanding. He didn't look like he missed a beat, so he'd take a lot of confidence going there, and he'll be obviously looking forward to playing against Tonga as well. And I know, especially for the younger guys in that group as well, it'd be great to have him playing there on the weekend as well.
I'm just so happy for him. Like, last couple of World Cups, he's always missed out. He's been there. He's been the guy that's been on the team leading up to World Cup and then missed out. So for him to be able to be picked for that World Cup, big weight off his shoulders. Now he's just got to go over there, stay fit, healthy, and do the job with him and Sonny in the midfield.
And fingers crossed for him as well. He's linking up with Anton Leonard-Brown. But normal order resumes out the back. 15, Ben Smith.
Yes.
He's back in there. How good, Joey?
Oh, I'm wrapped. As you know, my little man crush, Ben from Accounts. Yeah, it's great to see him back in the 15 jersey and thoroughly deserves it.
Yeah. Will he keep his spot when Richie Mo'unga comes back, though? Is he going to stay out there?
It's an opportunity for him now, and it is. And he has sort of, I suppose, plateaued a little bit, but I think that rest, given the player that he is and the person that he is, will just make him better. So he'll go out there and absolutely do the stuff that he's really good at, Izzy, and that's you know running the ball back, catching high balls, and getting himself into space.
I actually think he'll be fine. He's a cool, calm character. He won't read too much into it. Like, let's talk about him losing confidence. Yes, maybe he's just got to get out. He's done it for 70-odd tests. He's been the incumbent. He's skillful. He's a legend, you know. So he's just got to remember that and go out there and play.
Steve Hansen talked about him during the media conference today, said they've completely stripped back the paint and they just want Bender to be Bender. Yeah. Simple as that.
Yeah, and that's sometimes it's a difficult position that he has because he's sort of chopping and changing, and every now and then, you know, you hit sort of that when you're trying to concentrate on wing and all of a sudden you're being put back, then you get a little break, you know, week off, and so sometimes it does have an effect on you. With a guy of his class, you know, he'll strip it right back now and just work on the basic things, which is he's probably the best at the word at, those basic sort of fundamentals of his position.
And there's that great quote they say, form is temporary, class is forever. And that perfectly sums up Ben Smith. OK, we're moving on now to Josh Ioane, who could make his debut this weekend. He had a chance in Argentina. He was on the bench. He was with them for the week, so he knows exactly what he feels. But do you think this weekend, is this his weekend?
Well, I think it's just a great opportunity for a guy, obviously Richie being injured, and it's a great opportunity for him to obviously hopefully get on the field. But I had to think about it as well. Obviously, with them only taking Richie and Bodie for the test matches, I thought it might have been a good opportunity to see maybe TJ, Geordie or Ryan playing number 10, backing up that role. But again, it's a great opportunity for a guy that played well at Super Rugby level, and he thoroughly deserves opportunity when he gets on.
So he is now our third choice 10 in New Zealand. He's gone back and played for Otago, but now he's back in the mix.
Yeah, I hope he gets on. You know, I know the All Blacks, they won't just give the jerseys away like willy-nilly. If there's a time for him to chuck him in there, they'll give him an opportunity. But they're leading up to South Africa. They're building towards that, and they want to get those combinations right. Yeah. Millsy and...
Look, no disrespect to Tonga. No. Yeah. If the All Blacks go out and play the way they did against, and everyone does their job, he'll get on. He'll get his All Black debut. But the thing is, for him, he's been in the environment. They would have wanted him to get him out there in Buenos Aires. Unfortunately, the game was pretty tight, and they probably didn't feel it was the right time. He'll get out there this Saturday, in my opinion. Let's
just say that Richie Mo'unga hit wood, touch fingers that he's not, but that he doesn't play. And Steve Hansen's already talked about who the backup 10s may be if something happens at the Rugby World Cup. TJ Perenara could slot in there, Ryan Crotty, Ben Smith, you've mentioned it. Who would be the most likely one to take over? Geordie Barrett as well? Yeah, well, I think it's a tough one. Obviously, touch wood that none of them do get injured, but I think maybe possibly TJ. I know he's done it at school, and then he did it for the Hurricanes this year, covering it at times when Bodie wasn't playing, so... but yeah, they've obviously selected two 10s, so fingers crossed they don't get injured. And you would have liked them, you know, throw in a contingency plan there just in case something would have happened. 100%. Perhaps chuck TJ in there and say, well, you have a go and see what we can do. Again, I mean, it's no disrespect to the Tongans, but really we should
comfortably win that game, put him in there and say, well, if this happens, perhaps, you know, we've got to
But do you not
up.
think they'll try it and maybe they could push Josh Ioane when he comes on to fullback or something else? Do you not think they'll try
They could.
something?
They could.
I'd chuck Geordie there, personally. He's got a great kick. I reckon he can attack the line pretty well. He's pretty physical. He loves a tackle. I just reckon I'd give him a chance there.
It's just going to be interesting because obviously they're just not going to get a chance. They might do it on the weekend, but they might not get a chance and might have come
Let's
to the
hope
World
they
Cup.
don't do it, eh?
But they've done it before.
Put Josh Ioane in there, mate. Keep it simple. Josh Ioane straight off the bench.
There's not
into
enough
number 10,
Highlanders
drive
in
the
there,
ship.
get him in.
Drive the ship, bloody hell. Give the kid a crack.
Okay, well, something that you can talk about for us then, Joey, is the backup loose forwards. Matt Todd's obviously in there. Luke Jacobson is on the bench. Scott Barrett is lock cover, but can also cover loosies as well. What are the All Blacks going to want to see from these guys?
Well, I think, firstly, it'll be great to see Luke Jacobson go around on his home track.
At home.
Get a crack on Hamilton, and we know what he's done at Super Rugby level. He's been absolutely outstanding for the Chiefs, and hopefully he can bring that form into the Test match arena. But Matt Todd, world class, has just been so unlucky through his whole career, sitting behind one Richie McCaw, then Sam Cane, and it's just great to see him get a crack in home territory. We know he does the basics so well. Every time he runs out, Dagger, whether it's for the Crusaders, Canterbury, the All Blacks, he always nails his job.
He's got a big heart. But the best thing about this is these guys can not rest on their laurels. Now they've made the World Cup, they can just settle down, get into their zone, nail their game plan, and just move forward. And Luke Jacobson, what an awesome story. Before the team naming, probably wasn't in my picks for the World Cup. I thought they'll take Liam, but
oh, lucky you're not the coach and then. Go back.
Oh my God, Kirsty, on your economy clip.
I've missed you so much, Izzy.
I miss you too.
Mills, you must be looking forward to seeing him play as well.
I am. I mean, I've lost my train.
That's okay, because that's it. That's all we've got time for anyway. Thank you guys so much. All the best to the All Blacks this weekend and the top four taking over this weekend. Joey, you're up. I'm away. I'm the roving reporter in Japan.
Sayonara. Oh, yeah. Next week.
See you guys later. Be good to Joey, all right?
Enjoy economy class, mate.
Bye, guys. We'll see you at the end of the year, every week from now on in.